Pledge of allegiance with moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, good evening and welcome to the February 25th meeting of the City of Woodbury Council. If you can, please, we already rose for the pledge, followed by a moment of silence. I did the pledge first, out of order, already.
This is a regular public meeting of the City Council of the City of Woodbury. Due notice of this meeting was provided to the newspaper and public by posting a publication of resolution number 26-03, adopted the 2026 organization meeting on January 6, 2026. Also, notice of the public meeting was provided to the newspaper and posted on the city webpage for the public. Roll call. Councilwoman Carter? Here. Councilman Fleming?
Here.
Councilwoman Garlick?
Here.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Here.
Councilman Johnson?
Here.
Councilman Lang, absent. Councilwoman Miller?
Here.
Councilperson Miller, absent. Council President Farino?
Here.
Mayor Miller?
Here.
Okay, did everybody get a chance to review the minutes for 1/28/26, 1/6/26, 12/10/25, 7/23/2025, and 6/25/2025? If we could, we can roll them all together, and if anybody has any issue, they can state what sets of minutes they're abstaining from or whatever. So if you had a chance, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes and any actions and recommendations contained therein.
So moved.
Second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Staying from 7/23/2025.
And for the other ones?
Present.
Councilman Fleming?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garlick?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
I'm abstaining from December 10th and June 25th minutes, and yes to all other minutes.
Councilman Lang, absent. Councilwoman Miller?
I will abstain from January 28th meeting, and yes to January 6th, December 10th, July 23rd, and yes to June 25th.
Councilperson Miller, absent. Council President Farino?
Yes.
Council President, I move to table ordinance number 2451-26 on first reading and carry it to the next regular meeting of City Council on March 25th, 2026 for further consideration.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, and a question, John, can you answer to the public why that's being moved?
Yeah, we had a Zoom meeting with Canoe today, and they asked us if we could hold up on that. They didn't feel that their application for that tax exemption, which is part of the process, was fully complete, and they didn't want to take a chance on them, kicking it out and going through it that way. It could actually hold up the process, so they felt it would just be better to wait and do it at our next meeting, and then they'll be all squared away, and they think it'll go right through at that point there.
Okay. And we don't need a roll call. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, now we're back on our regular agenda. We're going to open to the public for agenda items only. Can I please have a motion to open to the public? So moved. Is there a second? Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We're now open to the public for agenda items only.
Charles Hughes, 31 North South Street. I have a question about the item that was just tabled, and I can wait till the next meeting. But do we know how long the duration of this payment in lieu of taxes is going to be? Is it 10 years, 20 years, 30 years?
I believe it's going to be 30 years.
Date table this?
30, okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Seeing no one else, like to close to the public?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
I want to talk about, my name is Tony Alberio, 522 Delaware Street in Woodbury. I wanted to talk about the item that was tabled, but because it was tabled, I'm not concerned about giving a testimony. But I do want to put forth a couple of questions that I would like the council to consider. And that is, I looked at the numbers in this particular development a year and a half ago. And I reached the conclusion that without incentive and with the total union work, it was gonna be pretty damn difficult. Given that, whatever that is gonna lead, I'm not sure, but the concern I have is this. If we go through with this, the city should think about what guarantees, what procedures, what instruments the city is gonna have to put in place to make sure that the developer at the end doesn't pull a switcheroo and say, I can't do it no more, I gotta do something else. Because then we are gonna have a problem like we did at the old country club.
Well, the answer to that one's pretty easy. I was able to negotiate with them, and I believe we put a provision in from the date that it's approved. What do they got, 2 years? If it's not up and running by 2 years, it reverts back to the city. We get the
Okay.
money back.
Well, suppose it's up and running and they do 10%, 20%, 30%, and they realize, oh, we're gonna go under. Do we have an instrument that's gonna defend us from that? I guess I'm talking to the solicitor
The
now.
attorney, yeah, he
So,
will.
so.
Okay.
I'm not actually the attorney, we have special redevelopment council, and I'm trying to recall, but is that the one where you have the $2 million guarantee, or is that?
That's if they don't do it on time, they have to.
I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm bringing this item ahead of time, for you to get a chance to really look at that and that it tie the developer down to the point where they have to do it whether they like it or not.
No, well, we got that, and I think we're okay there.
Yeah.
The other question is, if it goes south after they build it, that's a little hard, 'cause.
But I think there's remedies for that also, because at the end of the day, they have to, the payment in lieu of taxes is still tax. It would be just like if any of us didn't pay our taxes on our property,
They would owe.
it would go to tax sale every year, so whatever that would be delinquent, that would go to sale. Somebody would buy those, I imagine, if not me or anybody I know, but to buy that for all that money, and then they would be able to foreclose on that property and take it over and keep it up and running. So we would, at that point there, we would get our money, that's correct.
Whatever it is, I just wanted the city to understand that, to be aware of that, especially the solicitor, because he's got to put the thing together in such a way
Yeah.
to defend us in case something happens, okay?
Okay, but to the council president's point, the balancing act, like what you're talking about over at the old country club, this here, if they don't get it to completion, we take it all back. And then we'll shop it to somebody else.
So they don't have the option of doing something else that they like.
No,
And believe me, they didn't wanna do it.
Yeah.
And that was something.
Yeah, we would either take it back or they had to give us $2 million.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied, okay? Just so long as you understand my concern.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We had the same concerns.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing no one else, let's close to the public.
Motion, was it got a second, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. On to ordinances.
Council President, I have ordinances number 2446-26 and 2447-26 on second reading.
Ordinance number 2446-26, bond ordinance authorizing the completion of various capital improvements and the acquisition of various capital equipment and for the city of Woodbury, County of Boston, New Jersey, appropriating the sum of $1,346,846, therefore authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds or bond anticipation notes for the city of Woodbury, County of Boston, New Jersey, in the aggregate principal amount of up to $978,500, making the certain determinations and covenants and authorizing certain related actions in connection with the foregoing. Ordinance number 2447-26, bond ordinance authorizing acquisition of various capital equipment and the completion of various improvements for the water and sewer utility in the city of Woodbury, County of Boston, New Jersey, appropriating the sum of $760,000, therefore authorizing authorization of issuance The general obligation bonds are on bond anticipation notes of the city of Woodbury, County of Gloucester, New Jersey, an aggregate principal amount of up to $760,000, making certain determinations, covenants, and authorizing certain related actions in connection with the foregoing.
Council President, I would like to move to open to the public for ordinances number 2446-26 and 2447-26.
Second, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. You're open to the public for ordinances.
Seeing no one, Council President, I would like to move to close to the public for ordinances number 2446-26 and 2447-26.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Roll call. Roll
Please,
call.
No, not yet.
This one says, roll call. Solicitor, you're wrong. All in favor?
Public, I'm sorry.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it.
Council President, I would like to move to adopt ordinances number 2446-26 and 2447-26.
Is there a second? Second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Roll
This is a roll.
roll call.
Roll call, you got me on that one. Roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Councilman Fleming?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garlick?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang, absent. Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller, absent. Council President Farino.
Yes.
Council President, I have ordinances number 2448-26, 2449-26, and 2450-26 on second reading.
Ordinance number 2448-26, ordinance of the city of Woodbury amending chapter 89, fire prevention of the code of the city of Woodbury to establish regulation and fees for the issuance of certain smoke alarm, carbon monoxide alarm, and portable fire extinguisher compliance. Ordinance number 2449-26, ordinance of the city of Woodbury amending fees listed in chapter 84, fees, and chapter 89, fire prevention of the code book of the city of Woodbury. Ordinance number 2450-26, an ordinance of the city of Woodbury amending chapter 141, peddling and soliciting of the code book of the city of Woodbury.
Council President, I would like to move to open to the public for ordinances number 2448-26, 2449-26, and 2450-26.
Is there a second? Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Seeing no one, Council President, I would like to move to close to the public for ordinances number 2448-26, 2449-26, and 2450-26.
Is there a second? Second, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Council President, I would like to move to adopt ordinances number 2448-26, 2449-26, and 2450-26.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Councilman Fleming?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garlick?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang, absent. Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller, absent. Council President Farino.
Yes. All right, can I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda, resolutions 2665 through 2669?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions?
I have a question. Resolution number 2667, how long of an appointment is that with the council person for the planning and zoning? Is that a year?
Yearly.
1 year?
It was me this year, and I should say, it'll be Rob Johnson this year, so I'll be coming off, Rob will be going on.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's it, so roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Councilman Fleming?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garlick?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Abstain from 2667 and yes to all others.
Councilman Lang, absent. Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller, absent. Council President Farino.
Yes. All right, approval of the bill and voucher list. Can I have a motion to pay the listed vouchers?
So moved.
All right, is there a second? Second, any questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Councilman Fleming?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garlick?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang, absent. Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller, absent. Council President Carino.
Yes. Next up, reports. Does anybody from council have any reports they'd like to give tonight from the committee?
I'd like to make an announcement.
Yes.
I have been posting on Facebook and different social media about an event that's coming up this Saturday. It's a visit with Bunny Judge, and she was the enslaved person who lived at the president's house in Philadelphia. You may have seen it on the news. It's been where they've been tearing down the exhibit, the installation, and they've been prohibited from putting it all back up fully. But we had already planned this. And if you want to know some history that's not in the history books, come over to, we just today changed the venue to the Woodbury Friends Meeting House, because we have a few more people than we thought we were gonna get. And that's this Saturday, February 28th, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And it's free and open to everyone, and it's family friendly. Hope to see you there.
That's good, thank you. Anyone else?
Woodbury High contacting a couple teachers about the exhibit I did last year with the people from different, employment jobs. We could only get one gentleman to come back, and he was Jabril Thompson. He is in Woodbury alone, and he's going to be speaking in the library again Friday about Black history. So if anybody can get up there and see him, because I won't be able to go. And it's at 12, it starts at 12.
Is it the school library?
It's the school library, yes. I wish I could get more, but it was so late when they contacted me.
It's almost next year. And you know, Black history is
He loves his
365.
stories.
Anyone else? The only thing I have under economic development is pretty much just an update. The city's been continually to meet with Inspira, and I think we might have some bones to a deal set up, which would be very beneficial to the city. I don't know if everybody's aware, but John, they're gonna begin tearing the hospital down. So it'll be done by what, July? June, July? So we've had preliminary discussions. I think we have the framework for a deal, but until it's signed and sealed, I'm just letting everybody know we're very close, and I think we're gonna finally, hopefully, end the Inspira saga when it's all said and done. So, anybody else? Mayor?
Community,
Oh, go ahead.
community events, we met today, and Liz, she has a host of things we discussed.
Good evening. All right, so we've got our scheduled events for this year. We're gonna do 2 townwide yard sales, Saturday, May 16th and 17th, and Saturday, September 19th and 20th. Our fireworks is set for June 27th. We already secured the high school football field. That's already been approved by the school board. Our car show is scheduled for September 5th. That's Labor Day weekend. Our fall festival parade's October 3rd. Our tree lighting is gonna be Friday, December 11th. We also have our shred event, which is Saturday, April 18th. Our rabies clinic is April 25th. Our movies in the park, July 24th at Stewart Lake, Lilo and Stitch. The school and the Hispanic Heritage, or the Evergreen Hispanic Family Center, are gonna do the Easter egg hunts for the kids this year. I think it's the National Honor Society does it for the elementary kids, and the Hispanic Center has reached out to have an event behind City Hall around Easter time. Evergreen Hispanic Family Center also is looking to spearhead the Hispanic Heritage event this year in collaboration with the city, so we'll work in partnership with them for their event. And I sent out all the sponsorship letters and forms, went out to all the businesses, and all events are subject to change, you know, weather, everything else, so. Any other questions?
Was your car show?
My car show date right now is subject to change, but right now it is the weekend of September 5th. We'll have a meeting to discuss that further moving forward.
I was going to tell you too, I had a discussion with Congressman Norcross about a flyby for that. They said if you can move it to Veterans Day, we can actually get a flyby.
We've been working on that, haven't we, Mr.
Yeah,
Beach?
if there's a way to do it, we can actually have jets fly over the city, which would be pretty cool.
I will look into that again, I have all the paperwork for
Alright,
that.
yeah, just to make you aware that's there, if we can get it.
All right.
The other idea is to possibly, we were just talking about this, front end our parade with the car show. Make it one big day, but that's not Veterans Day.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
October.
You have to do it
Yeah,
like
October
4th of
3rd.
July, Veterans Day, one of those days, like
Yeah, we-
honors Memorial Day.
You're gonna be busy doing flybys this year.
Yeah.
So we'll discuss it and then make any other arrangements and change any dates as needed. We'll have a report for the next meeting if anything's gonna change.
Okay.
Thank
Any
you.
questions?
Now I don't have to call you up for department head report, right?
No, I'll take care of it now, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, Mayor.
All right. Just gotta first start off by commending Public Works and their handling of their snow. It was top notch. They had good training. Hope everyone else did well. This one was a little easier to deal with than ice over, so. Another A+ goes out to them. I think we had 3 plows per each ward. Is it 3 or 4?
3 plows for, each ward, and a salt truck behind it. We got these, things for our pickup trucks, which were, they're a godsend. That's what, both of them, that's the big difference.
It's good work by them. Our mural is ready for approval to move forward. I think you guys have pictures of what it's gonna look like. Brad, you're gonna come up and talk about that tonight, right?
The mural?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait for him to explain everything, but there, it is ready to move forward. I think we do have the banner to go up first, if it would stop snowing on us. But a big thank you to our committee, who put a lot of work into this, and good luck to the artist at Devon Downs who we chose to do the project. It's gonna look much better than what we've been staring at for the past 5 or 6 years. We are working with FAT for the lot 323 relocation, which would be right across the street from our new mural at the Woodbury Police Station. We have a lot to iron out, but the work is in progress. Sam touched on the Inspirit deal that we're gonna soon announce. In the meantime, we are waiting for an engineer to confirm if the Sky Bridge can survive the demo. I think it'd be nice to try to keep that. It's once you come down, they're not gonna build something like that again. So if it can be done, cool. If not, then at least we tried. We have 3 new members going to the planning and zoning tomorrow night, and 2 new members will be joining the HPC. There was a resolution on tonight's agenda that finally, Alphabet will be the work for the Little League. Been talking about this at opening days for 4 or 5 years now, so it's nice that the work's gonna finally start, and it will not interfere with our season. Little League signups are currently open. They're gonna have a pancake breakfast meet and greet with the Easter Bunny at American Legion on March 21st from 9:30 to 12:30. So if you got any kids who are interested playing ball, get them out there, especially if they're 13 or 14 years old. That's a team I coach, and I lost half my team to high school. So I need some kids to get out there. So if there are any teenagers that are staring down at their phones, get them out there. I'll teach them how to play some ball. I continue to throw Hail Marys to find another way to repair our bridge without shutting it down on Broad Street. So far, we've talked to the county, Assemblyman Spearman and Moen, Congressman Norcross's office, Senator Booker's office. Myself and Councilman Lang actually are going to be attending an event on Friday where I plan to speak with Governor Sherrill's office. So we got to do whatever we can to not shut down our main artery. So any way possible, any means possible, I'm going to keep bothering all of them and throw every Hail Mary out there.
Well, tell them what you were planning with the.
I'm going to talk about my bridge idea.
Yeah,
Just
talk
keep-
about your bridge idea.
But other than that, things are settling into place, so I'm soon going to announce a lot of these things, like Canoe Brook and whatnot, on the mayor's newsletter that I'm going to be bringing back. So keep an eye on that, it's coming out soon. But other than that, that's all I have to report. Thank you.
All right. John, do you have anything?
Just a couple quick things, to piggyback off of the mayor. the Public Works, that was their show the other night, and, they performed well above and beyond. I mean, I seen them out there, and Liz bought them some snacks and all that. Lisa and I, we dropped off stuff down to Public Works for them to eat, donuts and what have you. Them guys are incredible, but I didn't wanna not mention the police and the fire. I know the police were out on a bunch of things, you know, it's all together, like, as always, it was like all hands on deck, and every department it just performed wonderfully. I spoke to the firemen, what was it, Sunday morning? Monday morning, I spoke to them Monday morning, and they had been out shoveling and doing, I think they had like 27 calls that they went out on. I know the police was way more than that. I didn't get a full count, but a couple of the officers I talked to told me how busy they were. So like I said, the Public Works, just outstanding. And further with the Public Works, we had an inspection with the DEP about our solvay settlement down at the water treatment plants, because they wanted to come down, I guess, to make sure we actually built it, even though we provided them with all the proofs that we did, and invoices and canceled checks and everything. When they walked in there, they were stunned what our water treatment facility down there looked like. And the Public Works guys, once again, you could eat off the floor down there. And the pump house over there on Railroad Avenue, and I was down to the one in Mantua a couple of weeks ago. It was really something to see, especially, you know, they were redoing the green sand filters at the water treatment plant here. But that facility is just beautiful in there. The people from the state, there was 4 of them, and they were like, this is one of the most well-kept facilities that we've been in. So hopefully that gets us over the last hump for our settlement, and hopefully maybe, you know, well, we gotta get into our account. But anyway, I just wanted, I just wanted to say a big thank you to, you know, obviously all departments, but especially the Public Works for all that hard work. Thank you.
Yes, they did a great job, and another thing, they gotta get ready for it, from here, we're getting another snowstorm coming next Monday. So, hopefully they stay on their game. Let them go. Which I have all the faith in them. Brad, do you have anything you'd like to report? I'm sure.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just want to jump on the thank you train as well. Public Works did a fantastic job over the weekend. You know, I'm not sure if you guys looked out your window at all, but they had this like flying V shape, and it just completely knocked all the snow off. And also thank you to the first responders, police and fire for being out there and keeping us all safe. Secondly, just a high level update on the mural. So back in December, I came before you, we had talked a little bit about Devon Downs had submitted the final request for proposal. It wasn't.
Putting off some energy there.
Yes, usually I don't like talking, so I'm gonna stand over here. So where we were at with that was Devon Downs had submitted a proposal to us. It wasn't quite where we wanted it to be. So we came before you to get a resolution passed so that we could go into kind of a 2-phase agreement with him. First phase would be to completely redo a rendering that we could review. And then if we approve that, it would come before you guys for official approval. And then we can move to phase 2, which is starting the work to actually put the mural up. So we're at a point now, you should have the mural proposal in front of you today, that this is the final rendering that we decided to go with after much deliberation. Thank you, Councilman Johnson and Mayor Miller, for your input at the last working session that we had with Devon Downs. Everybody, you know, on this committee as well has done a fantastic job of trying to represent the city to the best of our ability. Obviously, there was a lot of input that came directly from community stakeholders as well that helped shape this final rendering. So I'm here today to ask for official approval for you guys to make a motion to approve this rendering so that we can officially go into phase 2 with Devon Downs artist.
All right, who would like to make that motion?
I'll move to adopt and officially recognize the mural update that's been provided, and ask that we move ahead.
Second. Any questions? Hearing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Congratulations. Good job. You got your yard.
Well, thank you all for that, we really appreciate it. And the last little plug, I always have to do it, if you haven't completed your cybersecurity training yet, please do. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Brad. All right, is Bob here? He's not here. Mr. Breyer, he's not here. It's in the packet. And then Chief, Brian, come on up, if you like to say a few words.
Thank you, Council President. Just brief, again, with everyone else, just trying to make it through the snow. So I want to thank Public Works, is amazing to work with. Of course, the fire, I gotta thank, one of them happens to be here tonight, but, we have our OEM team, and, like the Volk in the back is a major part of it. When anything goes wrong, whether it's a storm or, a major event in town, I'm very fortunate where we have people who are skilled and know what they're doing, have plans in place before it even happens. And he could tell you, he probably has plans for every type of catastrophe you can even imagine, things we don't want to imagine, but plans are in place. And so when these things happen, whether it comes to, the flooding at the circle, to power outage or anything like that, we're very fortunate where you have people in place who know who to contact, whether it's in shelters or, HVAC heating for different people, whatever services. We're very fortunate and can sleep well that we have the right people in those positions. So when anything like that happens, so hopefully again, next Monday we'll be good as well. The only thing else besides that is, it's on our social media, but just a very little interesting fact that I got reached out to someone I've known for years from NFL Films, and they want to do a 30 for 30 on the Philly special.
Wow.
It was released right around the Super Bowl, I think February 6th, and it's all about the Philly special and about the Eagles from that special season. And I guess their whole thing, part of it was the dog mentality, and they were looking for dogs, and so they reached out to us, and so both of our canines are in the documentary, and so maybe they'll have their own IMDb page. But so I think it's a little exposure and a little neat thing, connection with something special that happened in the region. So if you're bored or you like the Eagles, go watch it. When you see the dogs, it's our guys, it's our dogs, and also our officers. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Council President, would you mind that? I just got a little bit of information from Detective Volk. We had 127 police calls in that 24-hour period of the snow, 16 fire, 6 EMS calls. And with Brandon running the OEM, they are going to be submitting and hopefully getting reimbursed for some of the costs of that snow removal. So thank you, Detective Volk.
Yeah, thank you. All right, unfinished business. I don't believe there's any of that. New business. We already did the motion for the mural. We're at that time. Is there a motion to open to the public?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We now open to the public for anything you wish to talk about.
Charles Hughes, 31 North John Street. Earlier you mentioned something about the hospital, so maybe I'm getting ahead of the game here. Do we know yet whether Inspira is going to do the demolition, or is that somebody else going to own the property?
No, they're gonna do demolition.
And they'll retain the ownership?
Yes, and then they're gonna have a year to redevelop it.
Now, I remember before the hospital shut down, they were operating as a nonprofit and they paid no property taxes. And then when the building became vacant and it was no longer being used as a nonprofit purpose, they were paying us, it was over $1 million a year in property taxes. Do we have any idea of how we're gonna, is that gonna disappear and we get?
Well, they want to knock it down.
Yeah. they
Right,
wanna-
all right, so the quicker they knock it down and the quicker they do something useful with it, the more chance that it'll turn into a rateable for us.
Yes.
Okay, That's all, thank you.
Tony Alverio, 522 Delaware Street in Woodbury. I have a request tonight, and the request is very simple. The last couple of, maybe the last 2 months, myself and Charlie convinced our friend Jennifer Russell, who owns a online news, to cover this meeting at the council. We are in the third millennium. I think that we can have live coverages done by the city rather than have it somebody private to do it, where she can concentrate on real news in the neighborhood. So it would be nice if you could put it, if you have to put it on the, you do your yearly budget, but I don't think it's a big budget piece, because it's just a matter of putting a tripod and a camera and just let it live stream. Just a request. I know that my friend gets all the requests done right away. Mine, I have to wait a little bit, but it's a legitimate request, I think.
Okay, thank you.
John Belko, 53 North Child Street. Thanks, by the way, for approving the mural. It's been a long process. Segueing from that,
Right down that I requested that.
at our committee's meetings,
we'll see
there were a
what
lot
they
of
do.
discussions about the mural, what should be in and what shouldn't be in. It became clear one mural couldn't be all things for all people. And there were a number of discussions, well, this doesn't have to be the only mural. We can look at perhaps doing further murals in other spaces. As a member of FAF, since our purpose is to advance community development through the support of the arts, we thought that would be a great idea. We've set up a working group if the city is so inclined to be interested in moving forward with looking at additional murals. There are grant writing hours and connections with artists. If that is in fact something the city would like to pursue, we'd be happy to work with the city. You don't have to make any decisions tonight, but talk amongst yourselves, and if let us know if that's something you seriously want to move forward with. We'd be happy to work with the city on that, and give us a contact person or persons we'll work with, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good, John. Thank you for working on the mural. It looks great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Anyone else? Move to close.
I got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it.
All right, we're at that moment, the real motion. Go ahead, Bill, give it.
Move to adjourn.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Non-debatable. Meeting adjourned.